I have fucking bulldozed, like little bulldog I am, through the court system. I think they stamped my statement of claim and sent it to me. The letter that I wrote was really loud and obnoxious, saying that I want to take down the justice system and make the justice system accessible to people without lawyers. And I'm going to use my case as an example of that. I swore all over the justice system and called all of the English obsolete, and made a really loud statement and told them what I wanted, $11 million, because the Doug Ford Premier updated our compensation values for defamation to say 11 million, and these perps did worse. So at the Landlord and Tenant Board, which has deemed itself inaccessible, it is apparently not essential. I'm knocking on the deliveries right now. But apparently this whole floor is closed off. There's no access to the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board anymore. It says that there is a reception. It says public reception, maximum capacity, open from 8:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. Not very open. I wonder if they're having an off-site meeting about me. Why are they closed? Oh. Okay. Well, they don't even answer the delivery. They just leave sensitive information out of the door like this. I could have just like, here it is. This is the courthouse, everybody. Leaving sensitive information for people. It's overnight, extremely urgent. See this? Extremely urgent. I've knocked. They don't give a shit. No one's there. Okay, productive. Court papers. You can't deny it being served.
Shut up, Aaron.
I'm gonna mail a copy to your lawyer too. Are you?
Weirdo.
This is from the Supreme Court, you know.
I have nothing to say to you.
Aren't you worried?
You're a fucking idiot.
Aren't you worried?
I am not worried.
So you want me to just
Shut up, Aaron.
threw it in my face? Oh, is she gonna try and run me over again? Police are on the way. Oh. Police are on the way. 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 You can't do this, Dan. Police are on the way. The police are on the way. The police are on the way. She's evading the police. She's using her vehicle as a vehicle. You can't do this, Jan. There is a huge lawsuit against this woman. She's threatened me. So I'm shaking. My heart rate is like really high. So, but yeah, that's where she hit it. We are lawyers of the defendant, Law Society of Ontario. In above reference action, we hereby request in writing that the order be made under sub-rule 2.1, staying or dismissing the above reference actions as appearing on its face to be frivolous or vexatious or otherwise an abuse of the process of court. So my lawsuit against the Law Society of Ontario is active because I have been denied access to an attorney. I have contacted multiple attorneys.
I think I need a little bit of inspiration. When can we meet up?
So I made the courthouse take my claims based off of a series of accommodations. Like, I can't understand the forms. It's made for an elitist society, and I'm arguing to make lawyers obsolete and the entire justice system accessible without lawyers. Here's the stamps. And finally, my MP. So all of the important details in this case related to my claims were submitted in a discovery format. I claimed that I would not be narrating my evidence. So I told the Superior Court and the court operations manager that I would not be narrating all of my evidence that is already dated and clearly stated. And I already have my statements of claims in full detail, and they'll be coming further and further closer to the dates. But the evidence is quite clear and speaks for itself. Okay? So, given all of the evidence that is submitted, I'm going to be asking for the judge to be making a decision, and I will be asking for everything to be transcribed and edited, and all of the conversations with all of the lawyers and the Law Society and everything to be put onto evidence, and then for them to be making a decision. And I think there's nothing frivolous about this. So if they think that they're going to just get away with burying all of that evidence because at face value, no, actually at face value, it looks quite clearly that I have been very much traumatized by the system, and at face value, my entire statement of claim and the amount of evidence that I'm submitting before court is actually the least frivolous thing this fucking country has ever seen. So bless their little heart for trying to bury this, but I mean, I will sue whoever decides to, and I will go to the next person. I will go to the next person if I'm still here. And, you know, I'm making sure that all of these lawsuits carry on through my estate and that the funds get donated, you know, like, which is very much a thing. Does everybody remember my big long video about suing the Law Society? I got this letter as I went out to get some more medicine for myself tonight. And this was like after all day dealing with medically assisted and dying or whatever, and then sleeping all day and talking to friends about them seeing that voicemail and like having to like reassure them, like everybody's like, anyways, you know, I cleaned up a little bit to go to the store, but like, look at that. Isn't that pretty? It's like my two favorite colors. Totally frivolous. I am really shocked that they would be so stupid. I really almost feel like taking it out on Tony here and suing him for discrimination as well. And he is a perfect example of ill-trained lawyers who think that they can use, you know, lines, words to get out of accountability when I have evidence and they're refusing to look at it. To think that a lawyer in Ontario can throw out a case against the entire Law Society of Ontario because at face value it's frivolous to him when no one has looked at the evidence and they all refuse to look at the evidence. There's 100 gigabytes of evidence, and even if they did look at it since the time that I served them to, you know, now to disregard all of it and not allow any of it to go to court, I think it says a lot. I think it says that they're quite scared and they're willing to look as stupid as possible to get away with what they're doing. Is there something on my face? Is there something on my face that says like retard or liar, or that you think that you're smart enough to do this to me? Is there something like on my face that says stupid?
I am reclaiming the word retarded. Why? Because people have called me this or worse my entire life. I will show them who is too slow in the end.
We are lawyers of the defendant, Law Society of Ontario. In above reference action, we hereby request in writing that the order be made under sub-rule 2.1, staying or dismissing the above reference actions as appearing on its face to be frivolous or vexatious or otherwise an abuse of the process of court. They're telling me in this letter, that they are requesting to dismiss my entire case on face value. Every single lawyer that I've talked to has told me that they don't have time for me and have told me when they are available. I go to the Law Society referral program to lawyers that are available. They look at the face value of my account and tell me that they don't have time. They are discriminating against cases. Now we have the Law Society's lawyer telling me that they won't even look at my case because at face value, it's all a lie. I mean, it really doesn't get much better than this. They're literally proving my narrative with the very defense. They're not even considering that they may have made an error in how they regulate lawyers across Ontario. Now, let me tell you this. I have gone up every single step. And to find out who regulates lawyers in Ontario, I've gone to the Canadian Bar Society and all that. They all tell me to go to the Law Society of Ontario. I've complained about multiple lawyers. They've done nothing. So I'm like, well, what are you going to do? You guys don't regulate lawyers. You guys aren't training lawyers properly. You're allowing them to, pick cases based on the best dollar per hour, and that's not justice. And they're also exploiting their clients by, suggesting things that might not be in their best interest. I have a stack this big of evidence of lawyers that I've dealt with, and I've never had a good experience. I've always had to put them in their place and tell them, no, this is exactly what I want. I'm paying you. Let's get this clear. I know what I want. Let's get that clear. And no, that's not the direction I want to go. And they give me trouble. Okay, and that's not how services go. They get paid $300 an hour. I paid my lawyer $50,000 and he directed me in the wrong way. He took advantage of me when I was very vulnerable. To think that the Law Society is going to discredit everything in my case is hilarious. I am suing them really hard for ill-training lawyers. I gave them the opportunity to make it better, and they told me that nothing needs to change. So I'm filing a lawsuit like I said I would. There's absolutely nothing frivolous about this. I gave them the evidence. They told me that they would not look at the evidence because I wouldn't hand deliver it and like...
Blood pressure is high. Need to pump some iron or German steel. That's how I want to feel from now on.
I'm gonna start with that.
Hi guys.
I have to drop off evidence.
Drop off.
Is Catherine Bates here?
Catherine Bates, yeah, just wait 1 moment, please.
Sure, no problem.
Down and give it a
Great. Take your time. Aaron O'Neill.
Aaron O'Neill, thanks, Aaron.
Hi.
Hello, how are you?
Cold out.
Tired?
Yeah.
Give me 1 second.
Thanks. So much stuff in here.
No wonder I had the escalators.
You ever been up there? You ever been up there?
I've never been in this building.
Oh, isn't it cold? Yeah, it has. Up there, it's no sunlight up there at all.
I don't even like temperature.
No, like it's cold feeling. Feels cold, like a.
Government building.
Yeah. We can find something to eat downtown while we're here.
That's supposed to be.
What? Buffalo shredded nuts. Probably Aboriginal, probably stolen.
That looks like something Aboriginals have made.
It was probably stolen. I actually don't know what it is. It is nice though. But I should get out of the way of the entrance. I sent her an email. They're all ignoring me again. I'm not too
Okay,
sure
I
why.
guess I would just wait in the line, please. We'll
Okay,
call you
yes.
when we're ready.
Thank
okay?
you so much. I hope that everything goes well, though. I'm gonna try and get my costs down on the move for my boat even lower, if I can. I don't know, man. I think once I take a picture of everything that I have ready to go, like once all of the things that I know are going in totes are in a corner and I've measured them and I know how much they all weigh, and I can put a strap around all of the belt and lift it up with my thing now. I can measure everything, the weight. So I'll be like, okay, so this is this much, this is this much. Use a couple belts. Probably use these like 3 belts. For my totes anyway. Yeah, but that one suitcase, the first one I packed, was packed the way I want it. It's full the way that I want it. And it almost broke the scale. So. Okay, perfect.
So what's going on?
I just have all of this evidence to drop off for my court cases that are being submitted.
Okay.
And I'm leaving the country because I've been getting death threats for what I'm doing. So I'm seeking asylum in Portugal. And I'd like Catherine to be made aware. Is she here?
Yeah, I can go get her. Just give me one
Thanks a
second
lot.
here. I'll see if she's around.
Bit of a different situation, I guess, but I'm suing the entire government.
Is it civil or?
Yeah.
I think hopefully she's there. Have a good one.
$2 and 45 minutes for lunch. 2 hours and 45 minutes for lunch.
Yeah,
And you're still done at 4:30.
I know.
And we start at 9.
I know.
Showing a 7.5 hour workday.
Yeah.
They work less than 5 hours. You probably take home like 3 times what I make.
Yeah. And like when the
And
clock,
then they'll say, well,
and
you
when
should
the,
work for the government then.
and it literally when the clock is done, they leave. Even if there's a deadline, they don't care. It's like 4:30, they're done.
It's not their deadline.
No, they don't take. If they don't get it done by then, it's whatever.
Hello, Catherine. Actually, I can honestly say I've lived in London for 21 years now. And until I started working here, I've never been in the Ag Court.
What? You know.
Good news. Catherine's here.
Great.
It's gonna take her a little bit to come out.
You want me to sit over here
So if
again?
you wanna just-
I will for sure.
Number one.
Thank you so much. So Catherine has been my saving grace. She has made all of this possible. Hey? Catherine made all of this possible. If I never got to meet Catherine, I wouldn't even be dropping this off or filed anything. Plus my scenes that I made. But like she really understood and took the time to listen, and like she saw the holes and she said, okay, let's make some changes for you about how things are done, because clearly this needs to get done. She saw that it needed to get done, so I was really grateful for that. Hi there. So I've been sending a lot of emails, but I have to drop this off at the court case at the courthouse. This is basically the entire hard drive. This is my hard drive and my character development for myself, like my character references. I've been online posting about all of these things with regards to my lawsuits against the government and Law Society, and I've actually been getting a lot of death threats. And then one of my perpetrators, when I served her, she actually tried to run me over with her vehicle, and the police did nothing. And so I don't feel protected here by the court system. I do not feel protected here by the government. I do not feel protected here by the police. And I don't feel like the justice system is taking my case seriously, considering the immediate dismissing of my case based at face value, which is basically everything that I've been trying to prove, people judging me at face value, and here they are trying to dismiss my case based on face value. So this is not only like, this is my statement towards the court, I've done it in writing, I've come down here. This is the evidence. You guys keep telling me that you won't accept it through the Google Drive, you won't do it this way, you won't do it that way, you want to do it old school? Here's my old school. I want everything stamped and filed and submitted with my case. Great. And then I have to let the court know.
Which case is this in?
Well, this goes in all of them.
Do you have copies for each file?
No, but I scanned it all. It's all scanned.
And
This is all scanned online on Google.
okay,
So,
the link that you already gave me.
yeah, but this is now for all of the perpetrators that don't want to look at the Google Drive. So I have a number of them who have refused to look at the Google Drive based on series of risks, and they've tried to use that against me in court to say that they haven't received something like this, you know, so they want everything in paperwork. I'm giving it to them in paperwork, so it's going to be submitted as my discovery.
So you provided a copy of this to everybody.
Yeah, through a link. This is only partial too.
So do you have to provide us with an affidavit of service as well? That you have, so you're affirming or swearing that you have provided this documentation to the parties in your case?
Yes, I did that. I did that all.
The affidavit of service?
Well, I signed it and submitted it alongside with my statement of claim back when I told you guys that I would be doing it through their lawyers, that I would be making sure that everybody was served. I've done 4 of them officially through registered mail. One of them has already responded. The Law Society of Ontario has already responded, so there's evidence that I have done this. They have all received the linkage and instructions and evidence on where to find it. And what I'm receiving is that because it's not a standard procedure of submitting evidence through a Google Drive, they're acting like it doesn't even exist. The information doesn't even exist, right? So I'm getting this like only on a couple, right? So this is basically covering my butt. They have already received this. There is actually more to be printed off, but I'm gonna start with this, okay?
So here's the thing, so everything that you file here
Yep,
has to be accompanied by a document, an affidavit of service that says this has been given to every other party in
Yep.
each case.
I can sign that.
So that's what I'll need to accept that documentation.
Great, can I sign it right now?
Yep, I can give you a blank one.
Perfect. It's really great, eh? See how we get, oh, like, see, do you hear me? I can barely breathe sometimes. Come on.
I don't know what to say. It's like,
Louis. Catherine is the court operations manager too.
So you need one for each case, right? So an affidavit of service file, however many that is. So you've got like your one case is against Stantec, so it'll be Aaron and Stantec, and then you fill it out when you sign it and when you swear it, but you have to do that for
So the little circle, it's all the circus hoops, right?
that's what that's
You guys have a copy of all my statements of claims, right? Can I just photocopy this and see attached?
no,
Can I
you
just,
have to-
can I photocopy this like 12 times and just staple it to all the statements of claims and just like see attached for information, copy and paste it from that statement of claim, and then I can show you my tickets for the ones that have been registered. There's 4 that I need to do.
Right, so if you serve it by registered mail, you do have to provide that little slip that you get.
I have it.
So that has to be attached. To
I have it
the-
on me.
So, but separately for each one. So if you provided, so if you served the documents differently.
I can literally just write it on each one.
but yeah, you
the
need
tracking code?
I don't know how many you have right now, like 8 or so.
Okay, well, we know for sure 100% that the Law Society has received it. So can we just do it for the Law Society for now, and then we'll do the rest so they don't have to come back here with the documents? How about we do that?
So I don't need the documents. I just need the affidavit of service that says you.
We'll just do it for one for right now.
That's fine.
And you have proof that Law Society has been served
I don't have.
and they have defended it. They've dismissed my case. They've asked the Judge Dunphy to dismiss my case.
Okay.
So that it's been sent to me in writing that they've received the letter, they've responded to the court within the amount of time, and they've asked to dismiss the entire thing based on face value.
And have they done that? Like, did you get?
No,
something
now I'm
from them?
responding to that within 15 days
Okay.
by providing my evidence in paper, as well as showing that this has been provided and putting it into the court. And
So-
I've also provided my letters to Eric. I made sure Eric knew.
So,
Do you know who Eric is?
No. So.
I don't know his
think-
last name.
So I don't know what court location that is that the Law Society has brought that motion to, but it's not here. It's not London. So I don't really know.
Well, I sued them through you.
Yeah, but I don't know. They filed a motion, the 2.1, is that the one you're talking about?
To dismiss it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that wasn't filed here. I don't
That was in
know.
Toronto.
Okay,
So can they file that in Toronto
I don't know.
for the London case?
I don't.
You do know.
I don't. I don't.
But you're not
I don't
allowed to
know
tell
what
me.
I don't know what they're doing.
You're just not allowed to tell me.
That's not the case.
So whatever, we're just gonna do this for the one, okay? Because the Law Society has been served, and it's easier for me to just drop this off now.
Yeah. But like I said, I don't need all of the paperwork because you've already filed that
Yeah.
with your claim all together.
This you need.
But that I need.
That you need.
And if that's what you gave to the Law Society,
I have, yeah, 100%. I've given it to them multiple times, actually. And this is.
fill that out there too, right?
I'll just get it for me. Hi everybody, I'm at the Scotia Bank on downtown, and they're telling me that I can't deposit this check. I'm not recording you, I'm recording myself. I'm recording myself, hello. I am trying to deposit this check that I just sold my car for, and the branch is telling me that I can't sell my check, I can't deposit it without a hold. Meanwhile, I'm leaving the country on Monday, and they're telling me that I can't deposit this check. I'm just creating a video for TikTok, and I'm only one in the video, so you can't tell me I'm recording customers.
Okay, it's fine. We've called Foot Patrol. They're going to come and help you leave the branch because you're not able to do that on your own.
I'm asking for explanation so that I can record this for court. No, I'm asking you for it fully now. So why won't you deposit this cash?
It's not cash. It is a piece of paper.
This is a draft, a certified draft from RBC. This is a money order.
Then take it to our.
I have never had issues cashing a money order in my entire life. This is the first time I have ever had issues cashing a money order.
Okay, it's time to go
Tell me why you're putting a hold on this money order.
because that's
Do I
our
look high risk
policy.
to you?
That has nothing to do.
What
with
is the
that.
risk?
The risk is you are allowed access to how much? $200.
Why?
Because that's what you're approved for.
I want to prove more.
then you may make an appointment.
I want to make an appointment now. I'm leaving the country on Monday. This is an emergency.
Okay, well, we won't be able to see
I need an
you
appointment
on
right now.
Monday.
You're branch manager. Take my appointment right now.
I'm not sure why you think you can talk to me this
Because this
way.
is a service that I pay for.
How?
Excuse
How do you
me?
take my time?
You guys take all of my service charges and you're paid by the hour.
time to
You're
go.
given a salary. And last time I checked, when I worked at both branches in CD Canada Trust, the branch manager took on emergencies. You don't have appointments all day, specifically for people like me. Now you're gonna tell me you don't have time for this emergency?
I absolutely don't have time for this at all. So it's
I'm
time for you
autistic,
to go.
and this is an active meltdown. So are you gonna discriminate me against my active meltdown too?
I'm not sure what you think you're accomplishing by this. but
Where's my
it's
money?
Time for you to go.
Let's go.
I asked you what you would like, so you have 182 available.
And I need, no, none of my accounts are closing, by the way, because there's money deposited. I need an appointment for this woman right now.
I'm not sure how you think that's going to make any difference to what I just told you.
I want it in writing that you'll decline this. This is the branch
What I
manager.
told you, you are
I want
not
this in writing.
allowed to film customers.
My manager's killing me. My mother's killing me. My landlord's killing me. My boss is killing me. The TV is killing me. Your nagging is killing me. My boyfriend's killing me.
Reference letters. Reference letters. Look at this. Excellence. Just excellence. Excellence. Reference letters. Outstanding. Oh my God, look at my reference letters. Look at how I study. You know, these are study notes. Like, I don't fuck around. Here's my mom's passport that they refused. My mom's passport. Here's that poem. Resume. Here's my thesis that I put down, my portfolio. My assets, okay? Assets, applying for residency, medicinal costs. Here's that stupid fucking lawsuit. Look at this lawsuit. Look at this release. What an application for my visa. My landlord cutting down the missing, murdered, and Indigenous women dress that is put up on my tree to make awareness of the hate against Indigenous people. And she's got clippers right now. She's about to clip this dress down. Oh, she just looked at it. Look at you, you colonizer. You are cutting the braids off. You are literally erasing my culture in this city right now as we speak, and you're laughing. And she's calling it good stuff. Yeah, good luck, sweetie. I braided that on every fucking limb. Enjoy. And I'm gonna put it right back up, you hear? You hear? I'm gonna put it right back up. Oh, you put it in the puddle? Oh my God, this is so funny. You just enjoy hurting people. Like, what do you think you're doing? I have not allowed you to do this. This is my property. That's my property. Can you help me? This woman has harassed me. She has hit me. She has run me over with her vehicle. And this is her boyfriend, her little bully right here. She just cut down that Indigenous thing.
Grow up, YouTube. Jesus Christ. You spend better with your time and fucking bother this guy.
You think this is funny? You think this is funny, hurting me? Do you? You're laughing. You're a fucking psychopath. You enjoy hurting people. Would you kill baby children? You kill animals when you were a kid too, you fucking psycho? Get the fuck out of here. No, not you. Thank you so much for helping me. Thank you so much for helping me. Yeah, you're gonna get the fuck out of here.
16-year-old girl, get out of here.
You're right. Come on, buddy.
You're fucking psycho.
Greg,
Dollar bin Jerry Garcia.
Hello? I already talked to them. I'm well aware, but I'm going to have a reason why, and it's going to be monitored. I'm going to record the whole thing, and it's going to be an in and out, and I already talked to the board. There's nothing you guys can do, and there's got to be a reason. You got to follow the rules. They're here. They're harassing me again. She's got 4 people with her.
Yep, and I just got off the phone with her. So she's going to give you notice today, and she's going to be coming back tomorrow. So she'll leave the notice in your mailbox, and she's going to come back tomorrow and for an inspection or whatever she has to do. I'm not sure. She didn't disclose that to me, but I'm sure that will say in the notice.
If it doesn't say in the notice, I'll contact the board and you can enforce that, because she's not you will not be allowing her in if I don't have a reason why she's coming in.
Yep. And so hopefully.
And I want an officer here tomorrow, please, on the time that she's going to be here for the entire inspection, because I'm afraid of this woman severely.
Yeah, and that's already been spoke of with Jan as well.
Great.
Okay, Aaron.
Thank you so much.
No problem. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I'm gonna merge the calls with the London Police. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay, hi, London Police. This is Zinnia. She is the accommodation specialist at the Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board. She has been helping me with regards to my landlord's abuse for almost a year now, I think. And she would just like to help me feel safe, and that's your job with regards to the criminal activity. The Ontario Landlord and Tenant Board can only address the issues with regards to my tenancy, which they are addressing very slowly, might I ask, but the situation with the criminal activity, the damage to property, the harassment, the bullying, the running over the vehicle, the damaging of property, the killing of my dog, and all of these other various items that are on my list are being neglected by the London Police, and the Ontario Land and Tenant Board would just like to add whatever she would like to support this. Hello?
Hello?
Okay, yeah, did you get all that? Hello?
I heard it, but
Okay.
I don't know if they heard it.
Aaron?
Yes, yeah, I heard that.
Okay, good.
So I'm looking here, and you do have a lot of past occurrences with us. So there's been multiple in 2020 that you've been on, and numerous as well in 2020. So you're saying that we've neglected to help you out?
Correct.
Aaron, is that what you're saying?
Correct. She has continued to harass me and bully me. She's continued to willfully break the contract, willfully break the law, and I do not feel safe. I feel very threatened by her. I need a peace bond. I've asked for written notice for when she's going to be arriving on site. She's here all the time bullying me, and I just had a stranger literally help me from across the street get involved and stop her from harassing me, and I have it all on camera. I have all the evidence of harassing me on camera, and she still is able to do it with absolutely zero slaps on the wrist. I think she should be in jail for pushing me 10 meters with her vehicle. The fact that I tried to get a police witness to serving her after she threw the statement of claim at me on a recording, and then I was trying to get the police as a witness because I've been down this road before with people telling me that they didn't get served, and I wanted a witness from the public services to get there, and I know what I was doing. She tried to run me over to get away from me getting the witness for the police to serve her, and that's when I was like, oh my god, I need to get out of here. I got all my stuff that I don't want to lose out of here, and I'm going to be keeping my apartment here. I tried to fly to Europe to seek help at the United Nations and the European Union, and my flight was missed because of my corona. Jan Sadie, my landlord, thought I was going to be away, and she tried to illegally enter my apartment this morning, and after I caught her and I told her that she's not coming in, she then proceeded to damage property on my front yard, laughing at me with scissors, and she's harassing me and taking down my property and my messages, and and she has no right to touch my stuff, and a stranger actually came over and helped me push her out of my face because she was harassing me so obviously.
Okay.
And that's your job, officer. This is your job. You need to tell her to get off my property. And this is criminal activity. This is not a landlord and tenant board issue. This is the fact that I do not feel safe. This is a criminal investigation, and this woman should be charged criminally.
What was damaged?
Trauma. I have been permanently damaged. My life, my heart, my soul, my existence. Every single time I see a Jeep in the fucking world, I have to check the license plate because I'm so traumatized that it could be her. You don't think that's enough, sir? You want to get a doctor to tell you?
Okay, well, so you're saying that you've been damaged personally?
Yes. Yes, honey.
Today.
Yes, honey. When I look up the criminal code, I can see 7 violations of hers, and I've given you a list of them. Now, don't play stupid. This is your job.
Okay, well, I'm not going to be yelled at either.
And I'm not going to be talked to like this either. Is this your first day? Can I get a professional?
Aaron, he just...
He's asking me why I'm traumatized or what's damaged. And the information that and I'm recording this call, the information that I just gave you guys is enough to arrest this woman. If I did this to her, if I was an autistic male who did this to a little old lady, I would be in jail already. And I know that.
Okay, so I'm going to have to talk to her and get her side of the story as well.
There's actually no point of the side because there's literally video evidence, sir. And it's cold, hard facts of her using her vehicle as a weapon and intimidating me and bullying me and harassing me and enjoying it with a smile on her face. She's literally a fucking psychopath. She enjoys hurting people.
Aaron, can I say something,
Yes,
please?
I'm sorry. I'm autistic. This is me.
Yeah, just please listen for a moment, okay? The officer, he just needs to do his job, right? So in order for him to do his job, he still has to do some steps, to follow some procedures, and part of that would probably be that he still needs to get the other person's side of the story, right? And I get what you're saying, but he still needs to do that in order to properly do his job, okay?
When
So
someone
please
gets
just listen
hit
to-
in the face and there's blood all over the face, do you think the victim is asked, how is that wound there? Did it really happen? The evidence is there. It's cold, hard facts. This isn't a he said, she said thing. This is on video.
Okay, and that's why I'm going to give her a shout to see what she has to say to me and see what her side of the story is, because I've just heard you telling me yours, and I understand that you have contacted police multiple times in relation to a lot of these issues. Therefore, like, all those issues have been already investigated.
They're not, and you're telling me they're all closed, right? Because I want them all open again by a superior. I want them all opened by the chief of police. I want them investigated properly.
So what exactly happened today?
So the landlord thought I was in Portugal. I was supposed to leave for Europe last night at 10:45 p.m. And she came to my apartment this morning and tried to illegally enter my apartment because I missed my flight because of a COVID restriction, because I didn't get the right test. I didn't have the PCR. I only had the antigen. And so they wouldn't let me on. So I had to reschedule my flight. And I'm going to Europe to seek attention on these legal matters specifically and why the police doesn't protect me. And I'm going to the criminal courts of Europe and the United Nations specifically against the London Police Services for their neglect of these situations. Yeah, I know, but this is...
his unit illegally.
Yeah,
okay?
and then
so
she
that's the
proceeded
part
to
that you
abuse
need to
me.
know, officer.
And then
Okay, so today, the landlord entered, you're saying she came into your apartment or she tried to?
I had the chain on. So she couldn't get all the way in.
So basically, officer, if a landlord's going to enter a tenant's unit, they have to give them notice 24 hours prior to doing so. They have to explain to them why they're doing it.
And they didn't.
And Aaron is saying that did not happen.
She put a note on my window after I had left for the country. So she waited for me to leave, and then she put a note on my window. She took a picture of it, acted like she delivered it to me, but she knew full well that I was going because I told her on a video that I was leaving the country.
So she did give you...
No, she didn't. She didn't hand it to me, and I didn't receive it. I didn't get a text message. She has my phone number. She's always given me notice via text.
24 hours prior?
Nope, not even.
Okay, so right there, that was it was not served.
And then she said it was going to be at 1 p.m.
We'll have to call her because if she can say that it happened 24 hours.
No, the note was for 1 p.m. and I have a picture of the note. It said 1 p.m. and she was here at 11 a.m. harassing me and trying to get in my door at 11 a.m.
She happened to be in the unit. She wasn't expecting him to be in the unit. She thought he was gone. So that's where Aaron said, okay, I'm going to report this because he actually didn't leave the country, so she thought he was gone.
And I told her before I left on a video, do not enter my apartment while I'm gone. This is illegal entry. Unless there's an emergency, do not enter my apartment. And she looked at me right in the camera and she says, oh, we'll see about that.
Okay, so again, that's a landlord and tenant issue. So we have the right, you have the right person on the phone.
Okay, I need the criminal investigation. Her using her vehicle as a weapon. I need her arrested for that immediately.
We can't address that, officer. The part about, being run over with vehicle, we can't help him with that at the landlord and tenant board.
No,
I can only help him with, giving him the information about the illegal entry, which I've done, with him. But the part about, being run over and all this, I can't help him with that.
Right, and the stuff about the vehicle and the stuff about the dog, and also there's a graffiti that's been reported, all that kind of stuff. That's already been investigated. So that's
and
something
it's
that
closed? Because it's literally on video of her running me over, and the police said that that I hit her with my knee as she's pushing me with her vehicle 10 meters with her car, and it's all on video. And you're telling me that that's acceptable behavior?
I wasn't the one that investigated.
Well, I want someone else investigating it. I want it escalated right now.
Listen, it's already been investigated. That's why I was asking what happened today. That's what I'm concerned about. I'm like, if you have issues with the officer's investigation, then you're going to have to contact
I told you,
London Police.
Zinnia. I told you, Zinnia, that they don't do anything. They look at it, laugh at me, and close.
Give you some information. Wait. He's giving you some information on who to contact about the ones that are closed, so that you can
The
get
Ontario
them
Police Investigation,
reinvestigated.
the OPIRP, I already called them. The Ontario Police Investigation Place or whatever literally lets London Police investigate themselves. It's completely useless. They don't even do an external investigation. It's all internal because they don't have enough money. I already have a recording on that. I spent an hour on the phone with the OPIRP, and they told me that because of funding issues, they let the police department investigate themselves. It's like literally hilarious. That's why I'm going straight to law. I'm going straight to lawsuit against the London Police.
And that's your right. If you want to sue London Police, that's completely up to you. I can't stop you from doing that. I'm just trying to help you out with what happened today.
And I told you what happened. I have it on video too.
Okay, will you let me speak for a second?
Yeah.
It sounds like your landlord has not given you proper notice today to enter the house. She came at 11 o'clock. This is what your story is. She came at 11 o'clock yesterday and put notice on the front of your house, which is written notice.
Do you know what criminal harassment is? Do you know what criminal harassment is? When I feel like my life and my life is in danger, I know what the criminal context is. I've given you a list of violations. There are multiple violations today. I'll tell you what they are. I've been bullied. Okay, that's against the law. I've been harassed. My property's been damaged. That's another one. Illegal entry. That's the Ontario Land Tenant Board. Fine, but the other two are big issues.
Or today?
Huh?
Karen, did she give you the notice of entry yesterday or today?
It was after I left, and I left yesterday at 9, I left really early yesterday at like 10 a.m., 11 a.m.
So if she gave it to you yesterday,
I didn't get it.
She entered today.
No, you don't understand. Like I told her when I was leaving, she waited for my car to leave and she put a note, I wasn't here. And that note was for 1 p.m. and she was here 2 hours earlier trying to get in through my door.
So
and
you can file an application for illegal entry with the landlord and tenant board about this whole situation. And then that would be addressed at a hearing, right? So
when is my hearings?
Have to be. Remember, you have been assigned written hearings, so that's something separate for those other files. But now this would have to be a new file, a new application that you would have to file because this just happened between yesterday and today.
I know.
Okay. Right, and so then you would file another application. It's going to have another file number that's separate from the other ones that you already have, and then we will just tack it onto the other ones that we currently have ongoing for you, okay? And then mention on the application the other two file numbers and mention that the other two file numbers have already accommodations in place for you and that you have written hearings
Okay.
approved for those, okay?
Okay.
So that this one can get tacked onto that. And that's how we at the board would be able to address the situation that happened between yesterday and today.
And then can
Okay.
what about the one with
That's
her running
what
me
we-
over? Because I haven't added that yet. Like I submitted that application last year, right?
That one, yeah, that's the current, that's the open one still, along with the landlord's application. So those ones
And there's been
we've got
so much
going
stuff
already.
that she's
but
done
now you would have to
since.
file a new one for a new incident, which is yesterday and today,
then, okay,
right?
and then all the other stuff, yeah.
But that's with us, which is what I'm helping you with,
Mhm.
and you know that's what the officer wants you to understand, that that's what we can help you with. And then if there's any criminal activity that she has done towards you or against you that he can address or investigate, then that's what he needs to know so that he can look into it now.
Right, thank you. And that's exactly what I'm doing. And I'm trying to make sure that you guys are fully aware. Like, I know the Ontario Landlord Tenant Board is fully aware of what their rights are, but every time I call the police for help in relationship to a landlord, they just wipe their hands off of it immediately. And they're like, they don't want to get involved at all because they think every single thing, even criminal activity, is under the Landlord and Tenant Board, and they never protect the tenant. And here's just another brilliant example of how much the London police do not get involved and how they fail to protect tenants from criminal activity.
Aaron, sorry to interrupt you, but just, you know, this officer, I'm hearing him, he's really trying to get all the information so that he can...
No, he's not. He's literally trying to close the case in the first call, and he's not even looking at the video. He's he's dismissive. He's dismissive towards my other claims. He's told me that everything else is closed, even though they're severely traumatized. Like, I'm traumatized for the rest of my life because I need to go to victim services and talk to somebody there about the trauma that I've occurred from this woman. Like, this is serious. This is serious.
Officer, would you be able to do your part that you need to do, which is to, you know, check with the landlord, get their side of the story and everything, and then you would be able to give a resolution or a final update to Aaron, Mr. O'Neill here?
Absolutely, and that's what I plan on doing. And I'll give the landlord Jan a call and see what she has to say, and then I'll make a determination on where we're going to go from here. But I'm glad that you were on the phone during this conversation, just so you could give your piece of advice for the the landlord.
On every part, and then you'll get a proper notice, and she'll get to do what she needs to do, and then you will have proper notice.
Yeah, and I need to know what it is so I can inspect her and make sure she's in and out in that time frame. And I want to know how long she wants in here for, and I want it done in and out. I'm going to be watching every mood and recording the whole thing.
Officer, as long as you got the gist of it, what she needs to do, just to be, you know, for her own.
And officer, I want a police officer for me too when she comes through. I want a witness. And I want to feel protected. I want a police officer with me to protect me from this woman tomorrow while she's in here.
And the officer still...
I think so. I don't know.
Officer, are you still there?
Hello? Hello?
Maybe he already went to talk to her. Maybe he didn't hear any of it.
Maybe he did went to speak to her. I don't know. I don't know how to thank you enough for helping me with this, Ania, because if, you know, just to have your calmness on the phone while I'm having a freaking meltdown here.
You know, I'm just, because I know you, and sometimes, you know, I know what you're trying to get the message across, and sometimes people just don't get it. But I can help with that. No, don't worry.
I thank you.
When he calls you back, you
Okay.
can call me again and touch me, okay?
Okay. All right. Thank you
Okay.
so much.
Okay.
Bye.
Oh, no problem.
tenant issue aspect of that, because that's obviously something that's kind of out of our realm. We just kind of maintain the peace and that kind of thing. So,
I understand that. Aaron,
Yeah.
once the officer gets back to you with his determination, then you can call me back,
Okay.
and then we can go over everything at that point. How
Okay.
does that?
Yeah, well, of course. Thank you so much again, Zinnia.
Okay. Okay. If you need anything else, you know, you
I
can
know.
you can patch me in again, and we can be on the call together.
I know.
And then we can take it from there. But we have to allow the time for the officer to do his
I understand.
job. Okay?
I just don't feel
Let's
safe.
do that.
I just want to feel safe. You know, I just want to feel
And
safe.
that's what that's what police is there for, right? To protect and to serve and to keep us safe, right? So he's going to look into that and make his determinations. And then, you know, I believe that he's going to do everything he can to ensure that, right? So let's give him that opportunity.
Okay.
Once he has a resolution, he'll get back to you, and that's when you can patch me in again, and then we
Okay.
can talk again together. Yeah.
and I also got another piece to add as well. So the landlord actually had just called in to us and left us some information, and she was saying that Aaron hasn't paid in over 2 years and wanted help entering the unit today because she had left the notice.
She knows about the rent. I stopped paying rent in June when she filed an eviction notice for me, and I was told to not pay rent, and then it's been going on since that eviction notice. So that
That's
was
going to be addressed at the
right.
landlord
So
and
all of
the
that
board.
money is going to be addressed at the court, and she actually owes me because I'm asking for 100% rent abatement.
This is stuff that the police can't really, you know, get into.
Yeah.
Officers, but you know, if you need to let the landlord know that this is all, that you're aware that there's proceedings that are still ongoing and they're pending at the landlord and tenant board, and that the rent payment or non-payment is going to be addressed eventually once
Yeah.
the adjudicators make a final decision.
Right.
Absolutely. And like whatever she owes me, that money will be deducted from that total. And I'm suing her at 3 courts, officer. I'm suing her at the Ontario Human Rights Tribunal, the Superior Court of Justice, as well as the Ontario Land and Tenant Board. So there's actually 3 lawsuits against her. And I have to do it that way because there's discrimination, and then there's the civil claims, and now there's the board. So all of that together I owe her like $18,000, and like I have the money. It's not even an issue. It's the fact that there's a principal, and I have been afraid to leave my home because of her. I have had people like babysitting my home if I have to go away because I'm so afraid that she is going to come into my apartment. Like I have been terrorized by this woman, and she enjoys it. Like she literally smiles every time she tries to hurt me. She's broken so much stuff. It hurts. And like really, really important things to me. Really important things to me. She knows it's important to me.
For the landlord and tenant board, we are sort of in a position that we can only address these things during a hearing, right? Like during proceedings. So it's not like also we can go and enforce something in person or send someone from the board to go and investigate things like that. We also don't do that. And so whatever decision is made, if it's decided that the landlord owes the tenant some money or vice versa, that is all going to be decided and in its final order.
Yeah, just an order, really.
That's going to instruct the parties on what to do. So it'll say, by this date, the landlord has to pay this amount to the tenant, or it'll say by this date, the tenant has to pay this amount to the landlord. Again, even I can't say, oh, this is what's going to happen, because I don't know what the adjudicator is going to decide.
May I add something too?
And also for today, knowing that she had left notice on the door yesterday at 1, so the 24-hour period will be today in 3 minutes, and she is requesting to make entry into your unit today.
For what? For what?
I'm not sure. She's left a notice on the door there.
The landlord and tenant board just told you that she needs to tell me why she's coming in. There needs to be a reason.
And
So
what's the note say?
he's saying that he did not get the proper notice.
And I still need that another 24 notice. I still need another 24 hours. And I need a reason why. And I want a peace bond against this woman. I don't want her in my property.
Because basically, officer, he's saying that he never got anything. I mean, she can say.
But that's a lie, because he did say that there was a notice that was put on the door. And
No, sir, that's not proper notice, and you know that. You need to serve someone hand directly. You can't just put it on a fucking piece of. You have to hand serve it. That's the same thing as serving papers. It has to be hand delivered. You have to have witness. She didn't text me. She didn't call me. She didn't give me anything. She knew I was out of the country, and she did it on purpose.
Wait, Aaron, as long as she put it on your door, she gave you notice.
But I wasn't here. No, I wasn't here.
So this is what the adjudicator would have to decide at the hearing, officer. So it's not even.
And she came in at 11 a.m. this morning, so she already tried to illegally entry beyond the time. So she's already infraction. She's already done the violation. I had to literally close the door on her.
Right now it's hearsay. Like right now, you know what I mean? They would have to provide their evidence, and at their hearing it would have to be decided, right?
Right.
So it's not something that the officer or myself can actually say, Aaron, that she did serve you properly or she didn't.
And the police can't just let her in my house, right?
Well,
this is my home. You can't just the police can't just escort her through my property.
Okay.
Okay. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call her and tell her and ask her side of the story, for one, and secondly,
maybe you can suggest that she gives him a proper notice today. Now that we know that Aaron's in the unit,
yeah,
that's exactly what.
And I have a witness for everything too. I'm literally.
Yes.
I have a witness. I was with someone all day yesterday.
That's what I'm going to call her now and suggest that, just so it.
And I need a reason why.
Any violations on her end as well. Therefore. Yeah. And so what I'll do is I'm going to give her a call now. And then I'll suggest that to her, and then I'll call you back, Aaron, with the outcome. Okay.
And I need a reason why she's coming in. That's in the contract. You can't just enter for no reason. There has to be a reason why. And I don't want her in my apartment.
She has to let him know what it is that she's entering the unit for. Like if she needs to go in,
yeah,
for this or for that, whatever it is. It doesn't have to be really elaborate. It can just be 1 sentence. In 24 hours from today, and put the date on the letter. The landlord will need to enter your unit because I have to go check the fire alarm. So whatever it is that she needs to do.
Okay. Yeah,
and she's never done this before.
I'll get in contact with her, and I'll call Aaron back.
And officer, I do not want her in my apartment. I'm going to be filing a peace bond at the courthouse today.
Well, she has a right to go in the apartment if she gives you a proper notice.
This woman, she can't send somebody else? She can't send somebody else?
She's the landlord, right? So she needs to.
She has a ton of employees.
Okay, I'm gonna call. I'll give her a call now.
She should be in jail.
I mean, she's the landlord, so.
But she should be in jail.
Then she can.
She should be in jail. Everyone on my TikTok videos, everyone that I've shown everything that's happened to me, thinks that this woman should be in jail, and the London Police Services is failing me miserably. And you failed my mom too.
Okay, but the officer is going to contact her now, let her know, okay? And this way it will clear it up.
Please watch my videos and contact the London, Ontario Police Services. My name is Aaron O'Neill. I have contacted them in reference to all of the violations with regards to my landlord. Please look at the videos on my wall. Her hitting me with her car, damaging property, hate crimes, discrimination, so many different things. It's all been documented. Please take a close look at my videos. If you support me, please give the London Police of Ontario, the London Ontario Police Services, a phone call, and please report this hate crime. Report these crimes. Report this criminal. She needs to be put in jail, and the London Police Services think this is a joke. There's not enough pressure. They don't think they also don't think that they're responsible for it. I just had a 3-way call today with the Ontario Land Lieutenant Board and a police officer, and the 3 of us discussed a solution. Now, the Ontario Land Board told them to do the criminal stuff. Okay, please help. Please help.
So I'm at the office of the Prime Minister. Hello? I went to a walk-in. They said they can't do it. I went to a walk-in. I have it recorded. They don't do it at any walk-in clinic. Hello? Hello? I saw you. Can you please help me? Can you please help? I don't know what to do. I tried the walk-in. What's next? It doesn't work. What's next? You guys are open. Hello? This is my member of parliament. This is an emergency. Please help me. I need to leave the country. Please help me. It's an emergency. Please help. Help. Help me. The walk-in clinic does not work. What's next? Please tell me what's next. What do I do? Help! Call the police then!
But it's gonna take more to break the cycle. Fuck trying to defend your title when you're cold and the rest cry. Another story here for the headlines.
Love be my destiny. Destiny, I'm lost.
I almost forgot. The most important thing to do before you sue somebody, I'm going to tell you this right now. This is so important. The first thing you do before you sue somebody is you make them aware on record what the violations are, what you will do if they're not stopped, such as proceed legally or whatever further action you'd like to provide, and then make them aware of how to avoid that action. Do you understand? You need to make sure that this person knows what they did wrong, knows what you'll do, and knows how to avoid it. That makes your case strong. You cannot go behind someone's back and sue them because they can get in front of the judge and say that they did not know and the case will be acquitted, okay? It'll just get thrown out. Trust me, I've seen it a million times. You cannot just sue someone behind their back. You need to give them the opportunity to change and you need to give them the opportunity to do better. If you've done that and you've recorded that and they continue with the violations, the judge is going to look at that person and say, why? What were you thinking? What I've done is I've taken the actual evidence, I've uploaded it, provided the date, and put it all together so that when people review it, they understand that the violations that are occurred based off of the cold hard facts. And I told the courts that I do not want to be on the stand. I do not need to be questioned. I am not claiming anything beyond what the evidence already proves. There are certain things that I've claimed outside of that already are in line with the narratives, and there were reasons in which I could not record that. And with those incidences, considering the entire package of evidence that I have against my perpetrator, I'm confident enough to state the other claims in writing, in stone, considering all the evidence on file. And it's easy for me to come to those conclusions considering everything on file. So once you have all of your evidence, you want to journal what happened and everything if you choose. So instead of journaling everything like a novel, what I've done is I have just provided the evidence, the video recordings, and then explained what the violation is in the file name, and that's how I've done it. How you can do it is just writing down the date, explaining what happened, this day and that day, the violations were this and that, and here were my losses, and you can be as simple as possible, okay? Just make sure you have enough evidence to back up the narratives. Otherwise, it's a he said, she said. Listen, I totally get it. This is actually, it is hard. I don't want to deny it. There's a reason why people get lawyers and can't do this on their own. Number one reason, trauma. Okay, there's a lot of reliving. Look at that finger. It is like so full of tobacco, just like, and I want to quit smoking, but the amount of stress involved in this lawsuit and reliving things and going through that is really the hardest part of this entire situation. And it is absolutely amazing to just have a lawyer that can handle all of this monotonous, you know, blah, 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 blah. It is a lot of, okay, I get that. All right, but there is still a way to do it by your own standards, okay, as well. You can absolutely require that everything be done to accessibility standards with regards to the language used, with regards to the contracts, with regards to the comprehension of those contracts. And it is up to the justice system to provide those accommodations. Now, if you're not provided legal advice, you can make those changes on your own, okay, with regards to the language and how you want to present your case. And that would be understood going forward with the case and the lawsuit. And it is what it is, basically. If you are brave enough to go through this process and you know that you have the evidence to back it up and you feel confident enough with your character and who you are as a person, and you want to go up against everything in that scenario, because I will tell you, every single court case that I've seen has the potential to be ugly. I've seen a lot of ugly in courtrooms. I've seen people lie through their teeth. I've seen people go to great measures in court, under oath even. I've seen all of it, okay? I never have done that. I have been in the court system. I've watched the court system really, really penalize those people that abuse the system and lie to it. And that is a big no-no, okay? That is one of the worst things you can do, basically. So they do have areas in which you are putting. So it's like a legal proceeding has been commenced to you, Some of it's very fine. You know, a lot of it you can read and I've included it. Where it comes down here, okay, I want everything to go before a judge because I don't judge. I've already been trying to mediate with my perpetrator on my own and it hasn't been going well. So now I just want a judge's decision. I have scratched this part out because I don't believe in a settlement at this point in time because I have already offered them an amount with my pre-legal letter. And I'll get to that because you always want to, A, provide them an opportunity to do it, to change, and then B, if they don't change, you do what you said you were going to do. You file the pre-legal letter, you tell them what you want for those damages, and you see how it goes. Now, if they don't want to mediate with you, that's great. You can proceed with the judgment. And then so what I have done, because that's where I am at the point of this game, but if you want to mediate after this, that's acceptable as well. But you still want to always make sure that everybody has an opportunity to do better or your case looks frivolous and whatever the words are. They use a lot of big words and just like the guy said, and I know what they mean. It's just a matter of, okay, let's boil it down to what we're really doing here. I'm not fraudulent. I have the evidence. I'm allowing the evidence to speak for itself, and I am not even providing that much of a narrative other than hard, cold facts. Okay, so that's my statement of claim. When it comes down to the claim here, okay, I have put my comparable. So I'm going to show you this now. Okay, so April 2021, while everybody was suffering with coronavirus, Doug Ford, a suit which was settled in a mediation this past February, found Doug Ford seeking damages in the sum of $10 million as executor of Rob Ford's estate for the film alleged misappropriation of personality, breach of privacy for publicly placing the plaintiff in a false light. So basically defamation. Because our premier publicly filed a lawsuit while in office for $10 million for defamation, I am claiming to the state, to the state of justice and to the Superior Court that there is defamation in some of my cases with regards to my landlord and my employer and things like that. So I needed water. Oh, my jaw. So because the premier and okay, so let's try and do this again. Doug Ford defamation worth $10 million. He has stated to the public that the defamation of a deceased person is worth $10 million. There is defamation in my cases. So given that precedent, I am asking for a minimum of $11 million on all of these lawsuits. Okay, for me, it's not about the money. It's about updating the compensation values. Okay, because listen to me. For the last 20 to 30 years, the justice system has been settling cases at like around 100K. The $1 million is the new 100K. Look at the price for a down payment on a house today compared to 20 years ago. The inflation isn't getting adjusted into our compensation values and our cost of living and things like that. The home values are going up, but our wages are not. The cost of goods is going up, but the ability to afford it is not. The compensation values are going up for rich people, but not poor people. There's a lot wrong with what's going on right in front of you. And so what I am demanding is that the Canadian and Ontario justice system immediately update compensation values to reflect the current state of living. Now, I believe Doug Ford is actually right on track, okay? With $10 million for defamation, that's like a base lawsuit. Defamation is like a base case. So, yeah, absolutely. There's homes in Canada worth $10 million. Because of that, I'm going to say that in 1990, you could get a home for $100,000. They've been settling lawsuits for $100,000 since then. Meanwhile, you need like $10 million to buy a home in Vancouver or Toronto right now. Some of them, okay? Because of that huge issues with the cost of living and all these types of things, I'm asking the judges to update compensation values. And I believe true-heartedly that Doug Ford is on the right track with his $10 million defamation lawsuit. Given that information, considering my lawsuits are worse than defamation, it includes, forced into sex work, abuse, genocide, a lot of really big things, actually, much worse than defamation. I'm asking for a minimum of $11 million. I still think that some of them should be like $30 million. And that's what I'm doing for my statement of claim. I am taking our leader, Doug Ford, as an example and a precedent for future cases, and I'm demanding the Superior Court of Justice recognize that against our current cost of living. You do the same. Essential medical care refers to booked appointments to receive medical services that are important to saving lives and improving health outcomes. Travelers who think they may be eligible for this type of temporary exemption should, access the form through their airline or railway company starting November 30th, 2021 at 3:01 a.m. I asked them, no one knows about it. Have it signed by a Canadian licensed medical doctor or nurse practitioner. Submit the form up to 2 weeks prior to departure in accordance with the airline or railway company's exemption approval process. If you're traveling with multiple airlines, you'll need to contact each airline. If you receive approval for the temporary exemption, you will also need to present a valid COVID-19 test before boarding. I have spent all day looking for a essential medical care appointment. I've contacted telehealth things. I've contacted every walk-in, a couple hospitals, urgent care, things like that. I've even asked my friends to call their doctors for me because I don't have a family doctor. And I'm ready to kick the bucket, guys. So just want to let you know that it's too corrupt for me. This is too corrupt. It's broken. I'm not the broken one. I live in a broken system. And I've been trying to fix it because I don't like broken things like this. Because it affects me. So I just got off the phone with the Métis Nation of Ontario, and the Government of Canada Indigenous Affairs have told the Métis Nation that they are specifically not allowed to give out exemptions. Wow. And that only a family doctor are allowed? Meanwhile, everybody knows. And there's no family doctors, and everybody in the health industry knows that like 7,000 people don't have family doctors, and they're all very vulnerable people. And meanwhile, exemptions are only permitted to be given out by family doctors. And the government has forced this mandate and have proven the amount of control that they're willing to take over the population. I'm shocked. The Métis Nation of Ontario have literally been told by the Government of Canada that they are not allowed to do exemptions. Indigenous Affairs told them this. Can you believe that?
Oui, on va s'en sortir de cette pandémie par la vaccination. Puis on en connaît tous des gens qui sont en train d'hésiter un petit peu. On va continuer d'essayer de les convaincre. Mais il y a aussi des gens qui sont farouchement opposés à la vaccination. Qui sont extrémistes. Qui ne croient pas dans la science, qui sont souvent misogynes, souvent racistes aussi. C'est un petit groupe, mais qui prend de la place. Et là, il faut faire un choix en tant que leader, en tant que pays. Est-ce qu'on tolère ces gens-là ou est-ce qu'on dit, ben voyons, la plupart des gens, presque 80% des Québécois ont fait ce qu'il fallait faire, se sont fait vacciner, on veut revenir aux choses qu'on aime faire. C'est pas ces gens-là qui vont nous bloquer maintenant.
So I'm at the office of the Prime Minister. Hello? I went to a walk-in. They said they can't do it. I went to a walk-in. I have it recorded. They don't do it at any walk-in clinic. Hello? Hello? I saw you. Can you please help me? Can you please help? I don't know what to do. I tried the walk-in. What's next? It doesn't work. What's next? You guys are open. Hello? This is my member of parliament. This is an emergency. Please help me. I need to leave the country. Please help me. It's an emergency. Please help. Help. Help me. The walk-in clinic does not work. What's next? Please tell me what's next. What do I do? Help! Call the police then! Yeah?
Hey Aaron, how's it going?
I'm okay. Can I get a blanket? It's really cold actually.
Oh, for sure.
What are you guys here
Go
for?
it. What's that?
What are you guys here for?
We can get into it if you want to grab a blanket first. It's up to you. First, you everything's okay.
Oh my god, I don't have my coat, that's why. Oh, it's too cold for this. So, checking me if I'm okay.
Yeah.
Who told you I wasn't okay? You guys got a vaccine exemption card for me?
A what card? A vaccine exemption?
Vaccine exemption card?
Oh, no, that's above our payroll.
Yeah.
We're just here, the Lund Health Science Center monitors social media accounts.
Mm-hmm.
And they just said that you made some comments on Instagram of potentially suicidal comments of harming
Because I
yourself.
can't get out of this country because I'm being held hostage because I'm requiring a vaccine and no one wants to give me this vaccine exemption.
Okay.
And I've exhausted every single method.
Yeah.
But like I'm asking for somebody to help me protect against this landlord. So why are you guys reporting, like why are you guys coming to help me with that but not fixing the hate crimes that I have against me or any of the other issues that I have with the London
Listen,
police?
I'm sure there's a lot, but number one I have to cross off is for your mental health.
Yeah,
to
well,
make
the
sure you're
ambulance was
okay.
already here, and I'm going to continue talking about my suicide.
Okay, listen, you can voice out and you can talk about it, but
Yeah,
we
I
just
am.
want to make sure that
And you coming here isn't going to get me my vaccine exemption, so it's like literally wasting your time. Like
Listen.
I literally explained exactly what I want, and people that just keep talking for me
I
and like
get it,
speaking
I
for
get
me.
it.
No, you don't get it.
No, I get it. We can't help with the vaccine portion.
Okay, well-
we can't. But I just want to make sure that you're not going to be harming yourself.
Is that going to
Everyone
save
has
me?
plans.
What are you going to do to save it?
We're here to make sure you're going to be okay.
And what is it going to do?
Well, we don't want you harming yourself.
Okay, but like, how do you think you're going to fix that?
Well, all that we can do, why we get called, because EMS was here earlier today, correct?
Yeah, but how do you think either one of you are going to get me the thing that I need to get out of this country, to get the services
Listen,
that I need?
can't do that, but I can help with mental health resources.
Do you think
That's
I'm
what
the
I can-
problem?
Not saying you're the problem.
Well, actually implying that I need to get help is actually implying that I am the problem,
No,
since that help
I said
isn't giving me the
we
piece
can-
of paper
we
I
can
need.
assist in
No,
resources.
I need a piece of paper that says that I don't need a vaccine to get out of this country, ma'am. So that's the only thing I need. That's the only thing I need. And when I leave this country, I have a doctor's appointment in December 20th with an autistic specialist for people with autism for adults, which is denied to me here since 2016. I've been denied healthcare. I don't have a family doctor. I've been denied everything in this country, and I have hate crimes, and I have people that attack me. Like my landlord has literally run me over with her vehicle, and my cases get closed. She killed my dog. She ripped out my red dress. She's been genocidal this entire time. And you guys don't do anything. You close the cases. I ask for a sergeant. You guys don't respond to me. But you come running down when I'm banging on the MP's door. You come running down when I talk about how I want to kill myself with the lack of services that I'm provided. But no, you don't want to talk about the lack of shit you do.
Okay.
So please,
I want to just make
You're not
sure
gonna do
that
anything.
You're not going to harm yourself.
That's what is it? What do you want me to tell you? Want me to lie to you?
Well, no, if you are feeling that way, then we can help with resources.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
What resources?
So we have our MRT crisis. We can do our
Been there,
coast
done
team.
it, exhausted. They don't do anything.
Okay.
Been there, done that,
I'm
exhausted
sorry
it.
to hear that, but
They
we're-
judge me. They treat me like shit for my autism. They they dehumanize me for my meltdowns, and then call you back. Actually, how do you like that?
Listen.
I actually had CMHA here, and they like, oh, we can't handle you because you're too much for me, and they literally called the police back here and wasted everybody's fucking time. It was like 4 hours of fucking discrimination. So, anyways, I've had enough of the London Police Services. If you're not gonna help me get the London the exemption card, which I'm working on right now, and I'm
Okay.
gonna continue posting videos. And the London Health Science Center, why don't you ask them to get me my exemption card so I can stop talking about this services that are being denied to me?
Okay.
Okay?
So is that why you're feeling that way? Is over the exemption card?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Why don't you go look at my file before coming to my house?
Okay.
Okay.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Who called you? Are you guys able to do a vaccine exemption?
Sorry. My name's Phil.
Okay.
What's your name?
Aaron O'Neill.
Okay. Hi, Aaron.
Hi. Are you able to do a vaccine exemption for travel?
No.
Okay. Well, that's why I called telehealth.
Okay. Yeah, I think we got that part of the story.
Okay. So if you can't provide that,
They were
you can't help me.
okay. They were concerned about some suicidal ideation.
Yeah, but the only reason why I'm suicidal is because I feel held hostage by this government. I'm trying to move to Portugal to seek medical attention that I've been denied here since 2016.
Okay.
So, what do you want me to do?
What medical?
I'm writing a letter right now and I'm busy and I didn't ask for an ambulance. I asked for a medical exemption card and I called all 3 hospitals to ask them if they provide that and they don't. So you taking me anywhere won't help. So you've been wasting my time and you wasted, like telehealth has wasted your time because I didn't ask for this. And I didn't tell her that I was going to kill myself or anything like that. So I told her that I was suicidal because I can't leave this country and that's a valid reason.
Okay. Do you have any current active thoughts of harming yourself?
No. No, I'm literally in the middle of writing a letter and doing a video to explain the incompetencies of this healthcare system.
Okay.
Now,
We're
is anyone
here to
going to
help
get me a vaccine exemption? No?
I don't deal with that.
Okay, good. I've recorded this. Please kindly leave. I'm fine.
Hi, Erin.
Hi, who called?
Victim Services called us actually.
Okay.
Did you email them telling them that you were?
Yeah, I'm going to kill myself.
Okay.
This weekend.
This not
You
today.
can't
though?
stop me.
No, we're here to talk about it. And just
I
make
want to
sure.
get a vaccine exemption to get out of this country.
Okay.
I'm being held hostage against my will because I refuse to get a vaccine, and I don't have a family doctor.
Okay.
And I went to 3 walk-in clinics. I went to my member of parliament.
Yep.
They told me that I had to go to a doctor.
Okay.
I don't have a doctor.
Okay.
I went to 3 walk-ins. I called 3 hospitals.
Yep.
None of them want to give it to me. I even called the HIV clinic.
Yep.
No one wants to give me a vaccine exemption.
Yeah, it's hard to get right now. I think, eh?
Yeah, it's called fucking. I feel raped and held hostage by this country.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm gonna fucking kill myself this weekend.
Okay.
No one's gonna stop me. You can put me away all you want. The hospital's not gonna help me. I'm not the fucking problem.
Okay.
So none of you talking to me, coming to my house, calling the hospital. None of those people are gonna take any effort to fix anything because I am not the fucking problem. I want to get out of this country.
Yep.
I've experienced hate crimes. Did you read the messages on my fucking window?
Yeah, I have.
Okay? Yeah, you guys are failing your jobs. You guys don't fucking protect me against
Okay, but
criminals.
It's not a.
You don't fucking
You
do
have
what
to-
I say.
You have to
You're
give
here.
us a chance because I've never met you before.
All of you are the same.
No, we're not.
Yeah, you are.
100%.
You work for the London Police.
I do.
Yeah.
But I'm not the third.
The only officer that has ever treated me well was a girl. I can't remember her name now. But she had to retire early. Jane. No, I have it written down.
Jane
Jane
Crosby.
Crosby.
Yeah, she trained me actually.
Oh, she did.
She did. Yes.
Well, you're not giving us a chance.
Yeah, you gotta give us a chance too, right? So we're here to talk to you a little bit.
What are you gonna talk to me about?
Well, when you send an email saying that you're suicidal, we get.
I don't know how it goes, but they send the
I
police,
know.
and you're not gonna fix anything. You guys aren't trained for this.
No, I'm not here to fix something. I'm here to see what we can do to help you today.
Give me a vaccine exemption.
Okay. Well, I'm not. I can't.
Get me out of this
If I could
country.
give you one, I would.
Get me out of this country forever.
Okay. Do you want us to come in and talk, or you cold? I don't want to make you cold. Like
This
I'm
is
like cold
fine.
air. Okay. So you have a plan to kill yourself this weekend?
Yeah, I do.
What's your plan?
Helium.
Healing.
Yeah.
Okay, that's gonna be painful.
I don't care.
Okay.
I've tried 3 times unsuccessfully.
Okay. Can I get you someone to talk to today? Would you like to talk to someone on
Who?
post?
Are you trying to? I am not the problem.
No, I'm not saying you're the problem. But if you're feeling suicidal, I'd like to get you some help.
Are they gonna fix all the system issues that are oppressing me? Are they gonna get me my job back? Are they gonna get me out of this country? Are they gonna put the criminals in jail? Are they gonna do your job? This person I'm talking to? Are they gonna do your fucking job? And arrest the criminals?
Well, I tried
And put the rapists in jail? All the fucking reports I have? No! What are they gonna do?
I'm not sure what they can do, but I'm trying to give you a suggestion that we can help you today.
You can't.
Okay. I can't offer you any services today at all.
Like what?
Well, we have mental.
I told you what I needed. Now you're trying to tell me what I need, and that's not what I need.
Okay.
So, am I like non-existent? Does my voice not fucking matter? I tell you what I need.
Yep.
Where is it?
Okay.
I want to get the fuck out of this country.
Okay. But you understand, as a police officer, I do not have the ability to.
Okay, then get off my porch.
Okay, but you've called in the police, and now you're telling me you're suicidal.
What did I do?
You've called it. You wrote an email to Victim Services.
Yeah, to tell them that I don't have a fucking doctor and I'm gonna kill myself.
Okay, so then they write us.
Yeah.
And when
Do
someone.
you know how many reports you've gotten about me trying to kill myself?
There's a few on there, right?
Yeah, there's a fucking lot. Yeah, all of those people are my perpetrators. Like, I'm suing all these people for broken systems.
Okay.
And then the courthouse wants to fucking dismiss everything because I don't have a fucking lawyer and it's not getting done properly.
Okay.
So what country is it that you want to go to?
Portugal. You wanna know why? Because I have a fucking doctor there that will actually see me. I got a fucking appointment. This is a medical fucking emergency.
What are the stipulations for you to get into Portugal without a vaccine? Will they allow you?
All I need is a PCR test. Actually, PCR or antigen. I showed up at the airport on November 29th to get the fuck out of this country, and the Canadian people refused me boarding when Portugal couldn't believe it. Everyone in Portugal was trying to get me on that fucking plane, and Canada prevented me from getting on that plane.
So what's stopping you from getting a PCR test? And
No, I have to get a vaccine now, or I have to give the fucking Toronto Pearson a letter saying that I don't need a fucking exam. Like, I have a doctor's appointment in Portugal on December 20th. I have that. I have a letter from the Portuguese embassy saying, and the airport still, with those fucking things, still won't let me on the fucking plane. And you're telling me I have something worth living for? Seriously. What's next? I asked my member of parliament everything to save my life. I asked them everything, and they fucking closed the door on my fucking face twice, and then called the fucking police on me as I'm begging for help on my knees.
Okay, well, we're here to help you. That's what our.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Help me how you want to help me, right?
No, I'm asking you what I can do for you.
I told you.
Yeah.
But you can't.
I can't.
So get off my porch.
I can't write a medical
So
exam.
get off my porch.
Well, now that you said you're suicidal, we have to kind of.
What are you gonna do?
I'm not gonna, like, physically nothing. I just want to talk to you, make sure you're okay.
Okay,
That's-
well, there's nothing you can do to
Can I-
save my life.
Can I get
So
the
walk
Coast
away.
team here to talk to
Huh?
you? Our Coast team.
What's that gonna do, honey?
Oh.
You think I'm the fucking problem still after what
I
I
don't
just said
think
to
you're
you?
the problem.
So then why the fuck are you trying to fix me?
I'm not.
Go fix the broken system. Why are you trying to fix me? Huh? Get off my porch. I've recorded this.
I know, I see that.
I'm gonna fucking post it right
That's
now.
fine.
Because you guys are not helping me. You're telling me what I need. I told you what I need. And you're not listening. Okay? You're not listening. And you guys are the reason why I want to fucking kill myself, because you're letting all these criminals fucking bully me, take advantage of me, and I'm not protected. I experience hate crimes all the fucking time. I've been experiencing bullying since I was a little boy for my autism. Okay? No. Please, get off my fucking porch. You're not gonna help. You're not here to help. You're here to criminalize me. If you actually wanted to fucking help me, you'd get me a vaccine exemption and I'd be on my merry way and I'd get out of this fucking country. I just sold my car. I sold everything I had for nothing to make it out of this country by November 29th. Because there was an unrealistic expectation of anyone to put on anyone, telling anyone that they need a vaccine to get out of this fucking country. This country is fucked. Okay? And people are dying. Now please, I don't want to talk to you anymore. You're causing a meltdown. Thank you. You guys are here again. Who called you this time?
How are you today?
I'm the same as I was last time you were here.
I've never been here before.
Well, new people get sent here every time. Are you trained with autism?
Pardon me?
Are you trained for people with autism?
Am I trained? I've done
Yeah.
a little bit of training. I'm by no means an expert, though.
What kind of training have you had?
Just internal training.
You have though.
Yeah.
Okay, we're the first person to say yes to that. What's your position?
What's my position?
Yeah.
I'm a supervisor.
Are you above a sergeant?
I am a sergeant.
Okay, I've talked to other sergeants before.
Oh, yeah?
Are you going to take my criminal activity seriously and arrest my landlord and take care of all the things, get me a vaccine exemption?
Well, we can talk about it. I just got here. I'm willing to hear you out.
Well, I keep having to repeat my life and relive my trauma
Oh, okay.
over and over again, okay? And you guys seem to keep sending new people here that don't look at my file, and I keep having to relive my trauma, and I'm still not able to get out of this country, which is the only reason why I want to kill myself, is because I feel held hostage. But here I am reliving my life, because who told you that I was going to kill myself?
Well, these officers can speak to you. I just got here.
Which ones?
CBC.
CBC? Okay, well, I have emailed every single person across this country over the last 3 days telling them that I'm going to kill myself because I am being held hostage, because I can't get a vaccine exemption to leave, to move to Portugal as a one-way ticket. And currently there are several airlines, Peel Region Police, Airport Authority, trying to get me a vaccine exemption. Now, if I don't get that, I am going to kill myself because I feel raped by this vaccine. I feel forced. I feel fucking held hostage. And you guys aren't going to save me. If you put me away, I'm going to tell them whatever the fuck they want to get out of there. And then I won't tell anyone when I kill myself. So there's nothing you can do. And sending people like yourselves who aren't fucking trained for mental health to save someone during a mental health crisis is fucking criminal itself. Now, I told the last officers to get off my porch. Are you going to get off my porch?
Well, I'm not on your porch.
Well, are you going to leave? Because I don't want you here. You're not going to fix my problem. You're not here to fix my problem. You're here to criminalize myself. I'm autistic and I'm having a meltdown that you caused.
You hold your camera straight. You're not getting us here. Good.
It doesn't matter if you're on it. The voice and the message is clear.
Okay. So I tell you one thing. If I could put you on a one-way flight to Portugal right now, I would.
Okay, let's do it. Get me an escort.
Well, I can't.
Why not?
I don't have that sort of power.
Well, go and complain to your fucking authority. Use your power as a police officer and Are you gonna...
Do you want to kill yourself today?
Not today.
No, okay.
No, so get off my porch.
Well, I'm not on your porch.
Well, I'm not going to answer any more of your questions because you're causing a meltdown. So please leave. You're not welcome here. I've asked the police to not be involved because you're not trained. I've asked for a fucking doctor, a fucking hospital, and they keep sending your fucking incompetent asses. Now get the fuck out of here.
You want to do some meditation with me?
Meditation?
Yeah, let's meditate.
You think I'm going to meditate with some white boy? I'm fucking native, dude. You think I'm going to learn meditation from you?
Oh, okay. Well, I don't think it really matters what
No. No. And if I had somebody to call and meditate, you think I'm going to call you?
Well, I don't know.
The people who make me feel so safe?
I'm important enough to record.
You do not make me feel safe, sir. I'm recording you because I don't trust you.
Why don't you trust me?
Because you don't fucking... Because I'm fucking suing the London police for not protecting me against criminals.
Oh, okay.
Okay?
How's that going so far for you? How's the lawsuit going so far?
Not well at all. No.
Anything I can do for you today, sir?
No. Get off. Leave. All of you.
Where?
Okay?
Well,
Got it?
This is a common area of a property.
This is my home?
There's multiple dwelling units here, right?
Yeah. You want to go talk to them?
Well, no, so I can stay on this property here. I'm not on.
My friend is here.
Is he?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And I don't need your company. You're not going to help me. You're not going to make me feel safe. In fact, you're causing a heart rate, and I could have a fucking stroke from this trauma.
You want me to call you an ambulance?
For what?
Well,
They're going to get me a vaccine exemption to get me out of this country? Because I called all 3 hospitals. I called the walk-in. And I went to my member of parliament. And you're so behind on this fucking story, it's sickening. And the fact that I'm repeating myself, and I've already called everybody that I need to call to exhaust my issues, and they keep sending the police like you're going to fucking fix something, but in fact, you just keep making it worse.
You know why we're here?
I don't care why you're here. You're not going to fix it.
Well, you don't like us being here, it seems like. So I'm trying
Okay, I'm closing the door now. You're not getting it. You're not fixing it. You're not helping. You're making it worse. Now fucking leave.
Slippers.
What's this for?
Oh, just my notes.
What does my appearance have to do?
You're not being detained, sir. You're free to leave.
I know.
Okay. I thought you.
Are you going to arrest my criminals? My rapist? The landlord? Are you going to arrest them?
You just screamed at me for the last 5 minutes, so why would I do that?
Well, you're taking notes. I better see notes in there fucking, because I asked for a sergeant to deal. You know what the real funny thing is? I left multiple messages on the London police to send someone above a sergeant to talk about the criminals that I reported, the underage sexual assault by 2 people in London, Ontario, Boys and Girls Club, and my fucking old landlord when I was 17 years old who fucking raped me. All of it's on YouTube, my statement, and they've closed it. Didn't give me a reason. And I asked for a supervisor to review it, and they keep sending me supervisors to help me not kill myself when they let my rapists free. And these people just laugh at me and take notes about what I'm wearing. This is the competency of the London Police Services and exactly why I want to fucking die. Because of you fucking incompetent fuckfaces. So what's going on now?
So the reason...
Courthouse?
No, Toronto Airport.
Okay.
So did you call the Toronto airport or make some comments to them today about something? I know you're upset about Air Portugal. Did you post a video on YouTube being upset about Air Portugal? So we are here on behalf of the Peel Police because they are concerned for you because some suicidal comments were made on a video.
Okay.
So I'm just.
How do you think you're gonna stop me from killing myself?
Well, I'm here to ask if you need help like I did last time. Because
How do you think you're gonna help me?
Well, I'm asking you, do you need help from us?
How do you think you're gonna help me?
Well, I'm asking you what.
I need a family doctor and a vaccine exemption
I
to
know,
get out of this country.
and I told you that. I can't.
So you can't do that.
No, I can't give you that.
So then.
But if
I'm going to be renting a car and I'm getting a helium tank and I'm going to be driving up to a place that I want to rest and I'm going to kill myself.
And when are you going to do that?
Doesn't matter.
Okay, well, you understand that we are concerned for you. You might think that we're not.
Yeah, but you can't save me.
No.
You won't even arrest the people that have abused me, all my rapists
Okay,
and my landlord and all the criminal activity that has been brought against me in this city and the people that raped me underage and the person that raped my mother, and you didn't protect any of me. You didn't protect me. So what makes you think that I'm going to put my life in your hands?
Well, I'm not asking you to put your life in
Okay,
my hands
so
because
please
I
get
didn't
off-
know you. I didn't know you
Good.
then. I'm here today.
And you're not going to save me.
No.
So
Okay.
what are you going to do? And the court just dismissed my lawsuit against the Law Society of Ontario today.
The court did?
Yeah, they did. They think I'm a joke. So I'm
Oh, I'm
done.
sorry to
I
hear
don't
that.
exist. So please get off my porch.
Okay, so
I don't
Can I just
exist.
ask you a quick question?
I do not exist.
No, you do exist.
No, I don't.
Listen, Aaron.
I don't exist. I don't exist.
Okay, you do exist.
I don't
You
exist.
do exist.
All of my claims have been dismissed.
So-
all they do is try and criminalize me. They send the police. I ask them to stop sending the police. I ask for a doctor. They keep telling me what I need. They keep sending the people that make me feel less safe.
Okay, well, I'm not trying to make you feel
You
unsafe.
do not make me feel safe. You've criminalized my mom. You've criminalized me.
But you're saying
I feel
me.
criminalized.
I haven't done that to you.
What do you think all of my neighbors think when you're at my fucking door?
Well,
I don't need police at my fucking door.
Okay.
I need a fucking doctor. Now get the fuck off my porch. You don't know what I need.
Can I just...
You want to tell me what I need?
Yeah.
You think you know?
Absolutely.
Oh yeah?
Can I tell you?
No, you cannot.
Because you're afraid to know the truth?
Excuse me?
Well, then can I explain to you what I'm...
You accept this?
No, he's trying to.
Did Jane Crosby teach you how to speak for people too?
The reason why you keep on getting police at your door is because of the things you're posting on social media.
Oh yeah?
When you
Is
say you're
that
suicidal,
they send you who have no training on this? I'm not you know what? I'm too tired for this.
Section 10. Authoritarianism, not liberal democracy. So far we have three major themes in the Nazi program: collectivism, socialism, and nationalism. The next question is, how do the Nazis believe this is to be achieved? As early as 1920, the Nazis are clear that they are no friends of democracy, liberalism, or republicanism. They favor strong authoritarianism and centralized power. Point 23 calls for censorship and government control of all newspapers. Point 24 suggests limitations on religions that do not fit the Nazis' goals. Point 25 calls for centralization and unconditional power. Quote, "We demand the creation of a strong central power in Germany. A central political parliament should possess unconditional authority over the entire Reich and its organization in general." Unquote. These points, in combination with the economically socialist points earlier, are to give the government total control over all aspects of society. Throughout the 1920s, the Nazis are unapologetic about wanting to eliminate liberalism, democracy, and republicanism. Goebbels, for example, put it bluntly and publicly, quote, "Never do the people rule themselves. This madness has been invented by liberalism. Behind its concept of the sovereignty of the people hide the most corrupt rogues who do not want to be recognized," unquote. In Mein Kampf, Hitler agreed entirely. Quote, "There must be no majority decisions," unquote. Instead, quote, "The decisions will be made by one man," unquote. So, Goebbels continued, quote, "We shall create a power group with which we can conquer this state." And then, ruthlessly and brutally, using the state's prerogatives, we shall enforce our will and our program, unquote. Again from Goebbels, quote, history has shown repeatedly how a young, determined minority has overthrown the rule of a corrupt and rotten majority, and then used for a time the state and its power in order to bring about by dictatorship and force the conditions necessary to complete the conquest and to impose new ideas, unquote. The Nazis were very clear from the outset what they were in favor of, what they opposed, and how they planned to exercise power once they achieved it. Socialism, nationalism, racial identity and purification, and a strong centralized power to make it happen. Section 11. Idealism, not politics.
I think it's all ridiculous. We should never have been in lockdown. All the people who are vulnerable should have been helped and kept on safe. And all the rest of us, I'm 83. I don't give a sod. I look at it this way. I've not got all that many years left of me. And I'm not going to be fastened in a house when the government have got it all wrong. We need, how can we get the country on its feet? Money-wise. Where's all the money? By the end of this year, there's going to be millions of people unemployed. And you know who's going to pay for it? All the young ones. Not me, because I'm going to be dead.
Canada in 2022.
Warning, a cough has been detected. For your safety and the safety of others, authorities have been dispatched and will be arriving at your location shortly. You will be taken to the nearest quarantine facility where you will be tested and monitored. Please remain at your location. Unauthorized movement is strongly prohibited. We're all in this together.
What happened to you? Did they mistreat you?
Hey, sir, I just got to get you to put the phone down, all right? There's no recording on the LHS.
I'm not recording.
Okay. All right, then.
I'm looking out for this gentleman who's asking for help, and he seems like he's in a lot of pain, and I want to know what's going on.
Okay, sir, we have it under
I'm a
control.
civil person who does not sit here and handle abuse of other people, and he looks well abused by this system. He's begging for help, and you're sitting here treating him like a criminal.
I can't.
Okay.
Because I'm waiting for my ride to get here. Okay. My ride gets here, then I'll be leaving.
Okay, why don't you go have a seat on the bench over there then, okay?
Have they hurt you in any way?
They don't do nothing for me.
No, they don't help, right? No, they didn't help me either, and they know what's going on, and they don't care. So I'm going to the hospital to see if they will give me an exemption to board this plane because I've exhausted all the other efforts. The police and the ambulance are here, and this is not an involuntary anything. I'm not going to be put into any kind of involuntary psychiatric assessment. Is that correct? Is that correct? I'm only going for one reason. I only called you guys for one reason.
That's what we're bringing you down. Inter-community health.
Yeah, I was already at the hospital today.
Dad, I know they discharged you at like 4 o'clock. You can record me.
Okay, well, I don't need you.
Closer. You don't need me at all? You're
No.
okay?
I got a friend here.
I have to make sure you're not going to hurt yourself.
I got a friend here.
Who's here?
My friend.
Is he in the unit with
I have asked you, I have told you guys multiple times that you make me want to kill myself. Now stay the fuck away from me.
What are you doing, Aaron?
What do you want?
I see you have your cell phone on. I'm just going to take it from you.
Whoa.
You're being apprehended.
Okay.